Hare Krishna and wish you all a very happy Deepavali. Sitting at ISKCON Chennai, here you can see devotees are decorating the lamps, and I'm sure all of us have done the Lakshmi Puja and we have decorated the lamps in our house also. So when such festival comes, we become very spiritual and religious and we want to participate in these things. And sometimes we start doubting also. Does God really exist? Whom I am worshipping, is he there or not? So something very similar came in the mind of Mother Sati also. Sati Devi, who is also known as Parvati Devi, wife of Lord Shiva. So one day when Rama was feeling lot of disturbance because Sita Devi was being abducted by Ravana. So what happens is Lord Shiva was feeling very anxious and he wanted to go and see Lord Ramachandra. When Sati Devi heard this, she started thinking that how is it possible for the Supreme Lord to behave like that? And she was sort of telling her husband, no, this person cannot be God. Why you are worshipping him? He is just a common human being who's going through different material emotions because his wife is separated from him. So when this conversation happened, and then what did they do? So Lord Shiva, who was very confident, he said, my dear Devi, why don't you go and test? Why don't you go and certify that whether what I am saying is true or not? So Sati Devi, without hesitating, without even asking her husband that how can I test or how to test, she said, yes, I'll go and I'll test. So like all of us are very eager to test whether God exists or not. So she also, spot on. And what she thought is, she took the form of Mother Sita. And she thought that when Rama would see me and he would get confused, and then it will be proved that he is a common man. So thinking like that, she walked and she started searching, and she goes to the forest where Ram and Lakshman were actually searching for Mother Sita. So Lakshmana saw him from a distance and Lakshman could recognize. But Lakshman thought, why should I interfere? Maybe there is some pastime going on. So he did not say anything. And Sati Devi, she goes in the form of Mother Sita and stands in front of Lord Ramachandra. Now, the best part, seeing her, Lord Rama first paid obeisances, and secondly he asked, what are you doing alone, Mother? Where is Lord Shiva? Why are you all alone here? Hearing this, Sati Devi was like full of remorse and shame, and she thought how she could even doubt Ramachandra. So with that, she answered him. She said that, yeah, Shiva is here only and I am just wandering. And stating that, she goes back to Lord Shiva. Now, Shiva is also Antaryami. He could understand what his wife has done. So what he did is, he was asking, tell me everything what happened and tell me the truth. He kept two conditions. One, do not omit anything, tell me everything what happened. And second, tell me nothing but the truth. So Sati Devi at this point, because she was embarrassed, she said, no, I was going to test Rama, but in the midway, I thought it's not proper. Since you have faith, so I should also have faith, and I didn't test him, and I have come back. So the point, my dear devotees, is that when such questions, when such doubts arise within us, we must try to find out the proper answers, taking association of proper scriptures or the devotees, and try to find out answers. And once convinced, we should not doubt. So here today we are all celebrating Deepavali in the spirit of the victory, because this festival marks the victory of good over evil. And we know that Ravana, who had 10 heads, he was killed and Rama became victorious, and Rama returns back to Ayodhya, and all the Ayodhya Vasis are welcoming Lord Ramchandra. And what did they do? The city was spick and span and beautiful. It was beautified by these lamps, as you can see here. So the whole city was being lit on that day. So for us also, we need to clean everything. So we have this Diwali Wali Safai ka concept, that we clean our houses. What we also have to do is clean our hearts, so that we become internally also very clean and pure and nice, so that Lord Ramchandra, just he goes to Ayodhya, he can also come and reside in our hearts. The other interesting pastime which happened on this very day is the Damodar Leela, where Mother Yashoda ties Bal Gopal form of Krishna, and that's how he gets the name Damodar. So I'm sure we are all are aware of that Damodar Leela. But what I wanted to talk from that Leela today is that this Leela is not to glorify Krishna. This Leela is actually the glorification of the devotee of Krishna. This Leela is glorification of Mother Yashoda. And Mother Yashoda, the name Yashoda. So Yashoda comes from the word Yash. Yash means fame. Was Yashoda so famous that she gets that name Yashoda? Actually, she gets this name Yashoda because the devotee becomes so powerful that she gives the fame to Lord Krishna. So Krishna becomes famous because of Mother Yashoda. And how Krishna becomes famous? So Krishna is famous as Bhakta Vatsal. Krishna gets bound or tied by the rope of devotion of his devotees. Krishna gets controlled by his devotees, and that is Yashoda signifying, and that is why we celebrate this Deepavali a whole month in all the ISKCON centers and all the Gaudiya Vaishnav traditions. So wishing you all a very happy Diwali. Please do visit us. Tomorrow again we are celebrating Diwali at ISKCON centers. So please do visit us. Thank you. Hare Krishna.